Hello everyone, this is Pratyush Pandey representing Vyantra. Imagine stepping into a centuries old monastery where you hear chants, sing sacred murals, and walking through the ancient halls without being present there. Now imagine a platform, a single platform that not only lets you explore virtually but also lets you book monastery festivals, stay nearby, shop authentic artifacts, and experience culture like never before. We are Vyantra and this is Monastery 360. Our provost treatment ID is 25061 and our title is Digitize and Showcase Monasteries of Sikkim for Tourism and Cultural Preservation with theme travel and tourism. So we'll be discussing about the idea in next slide. So this is our proposed solution. Our system offers 360-degree VR tours with narrated walkthroughs, which is not merely a visual experience but a complete package of experiencing about history and culture of monasteries. Our solution is with you from bus stop to the monastery, booking of cultural events and nearby motels, e-commerce for local artifacts. In remote areas of Sikkim, whenever you find yourself in any emergency, SOS feature will bring you help even in no-network areas. Interactive maps, accessible even in offline mode, and we have digitally stored manuscripts which introduce wisdom of centuries or monasteries to the world. Then we have access layers for monasteries to manage their own heritage, where monasteries can upload cultural videos for users to experience this and send cultural calendars to the users.
I will be explaining about the system architecture of our app Monastery 360. We have planned for a three-layered access, three interfaces, namely Blue Zone, Green Zone, and Orange Zone. Blue Zone would be the interface visible to the tourist. Green Zone would be for the monastery dashboard, and the Orange Zone would be managed by the Sikkim government. So the features which our tourists will get would be 360-degree tours, SOS alerts, and a e-commerce website for the artifacts. Also, we are planning to integrate AI chatbot, which would be based on Rasa, and for digital manuscript preservation. Monastery dashboard would be controlled by the monastery officials. They will be updating the people, the tourists, about the cultural events. They'll also help our app to get digital manuscripts and historical events. And the final layer would be interface for the Sikkim government. They would be managing the mass messages when there is any emergency situation. They can handle those situations using SOS alerts giving to the tourists which are present in the monasteries. They'll also help to encourage tourism. They can offer different tourist attraction. All this three layer would be attached to the backend, and backend would be hosted on AWS. This backend will get services from Razorpay, which would manage our e-commerce part. This backend would be also attached with our databases. One of the database is Firebase, which is used to manage the SOS and real-time notification. The chatbot is generally for frequently asked questions and for interactive question answering. Our offline mode would be based on SQLite. Tourists present in non-internet zone could at least access the maps and the basic details about Sikkim using this SQLite cache data. We have also authentication as our backend services, and two primary databases would be MongoDB and Firebase. Now I'm discussing technical approach which we'll follow for our app Monastery 360. We'll have one website and one app. Our app would be based on Flutter, and front end of our website would be based on React, HTML, and Tailwind CSS. Our backend would be based on Flask, and this would be connected to our database using REST API. We are using three databases, namely MongoDB, SQLite, and Firebase. Firebase is our cloud-based database which is used for real-time notifications, especially for SOS features and notification given by the government. SQLite we are using to give cache data for offline access of our app, and MongoDB is our primary database. These all things are hosted on a cloud AWS. Mapbox would be used for giving interactivity to the map. Now I'll explain how we will integrate 360-degree narrated walkthrough in our front-end interfaces. We will be using A-Frame, which is a JavaScript-based framework, and for this would be used for our website front-end, and for Flutter, which is our app front-end, we'll be using Flutter plugin Panorama View. Our narrated walkthrough would be multilingual, and it would be completely synced with the 360-degree view. Now, I'll be explaining about the chatbot. Chatbot is just a frequently asked query solver, and this would give a dynamic aspect to our front end. This would be based on Rasa.
Now we will be discussing about feasibility and viability of our solution. So our solution is not just visionary, it's practical and highly feasible. Technically, we build on proven tools, AR and VR for immersive tours. Offline first is designed for remote areas and secure cloud storage for manuscripts. Culturally, the ground is already prepared. Sikkim has more than 200 monasteries, and institutes like Namgyal are already digitizing manuscripts, making collaboration both possible and welcomed. From an economic perspective, tourists already contributes around 8% to Sikkim's GDP, with over 1.5 million visitors every year. By offering VR passes, bookings, sponsorships, and even artifact sales, we create a strong and sustainable revenue stream. And finally, the market potential is undeniable. Post COVID, the demand for virtual cultural tourism has surged, and with more than 900 million internet users only in India, our audience is vast and growing. In short, monastery thesis is not just viable, it is scalable, with the power to grow into a Himalayan monastery metaverse in the future.
Now I'll be explaining why our solution is impactful and beneficial. First, it has a multiple use case. Second, it is giving us scalability. We can scale the solution, improve data management, we are preserving the mural data, and it has a rich user experience which with 360-degree tour, it is very flexible. We are giving offline access, AI powered search. We are also giving real-time analytics for the government interface. Our app would be based on cross-platform as we are using Flutter, which is a cross-platform development kit. Research and references. What references we have used for designing the basic PPT, basic idea PPT for Monastery 360 degrees app solution. First, there is a reference app, Xeronymous app, which integrates the 360-degree view. But our app is better because it is generally based for Europe museums and it is based on subscription model. For SOS and safety features, we have referred the International Tourism Safety Journal 2023, which guided us and made us know why we need to integrate SOS feature in any app which is solving a tourism problem. For tourism enhancement strategy, we have referred Heritage Tourism Quarterly Journal, and it guided us how to integrate different sustainable technology to encourage tourism in a location. Now the referred links which we have used, majority of our research was based on Sikkim government website, Tourma India for monastery details, Sikkim ecclesial website for details about monasteries, and Sikkim tourism website. Monastery 360 safeguards fragile heritage, empower monks, communities, enhance tourism in Sikkim, and supports education. It is not just an app, it is a living digital bridge between tradition and technology. Thank you.